Hi guys, we have Mr. Yash Sompura today. He previously worked at Sportjo. Sportjo is a sports education and a sports recruitment agency, and he worked as a B2B business administration. Please tell us more about yourself, Mr. Yash.
Hi, Mohammed. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here. So, I work at Sportjo, and Sportjo is a company that is into B2B partnerships for sport. We mainly fix two problems, which is sports education and sports recruitment, which is why I'm here to talk about sports recruitment. Okay. My role at Sportjo was to reach out for B2B partnerships for the sports recruitment service that we offered, which involved reaching out to people from different sectors of the industry. So this would mean I'll reach out to people from athlete management, from operations to esports.
Yes, I did look over your profile at LinkedIn, and it did say that you have worked with esports professional as well. So I just wanted to know more about the esports industry as in general. So I had a list of questions, and I'd be really happy if you could provide that some insights regarding the esports industries. So to begin with, one of my first question is that what are your insights regarding how the industry has grown rapidly? Like, what do you think is like the biggest driving force behind the industry?
Okay, that's a good question, Mohammed. To sum it up, I think the industry has grown mainly in the last couple of years tremendously as compared to the past maybe 15, 20 years combined. When we were children, when maybe our parents were our age,
Yeah.
around 20, 25, they had no idea that esports would have been a career. They
I think
thought
it's quite a new
computers,
term, the whole esports world. It's quite a new term.
correct, correct. So, like I was saying, I think for them, computers would be a revelation for just work. And they would just be working on computers and fixing their day-to-day problems, not gaming. Gaming was actually seen as a pastime activity, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Correct. And now I think in the last couple of years, with the rise of new games, with the rise of battle royale games, which is a form of esport now, which
Okay.
is a whole category in esports actually. Because of that, I think there's an increased popularity. There's also a lot of streaming platforms that have risen. So there'll be your platform like Twitch, YouTube,
Yeah.
um,
So basically, those
very lot
sites
of
are where people play the game, and like other people just tune in to watch how these people play the game, and they enjoy themselves as well.
correct. So people who don't play the game on a professional level, or people who play them on or don't play games at all actually, have a lot of fun just watching professional players or streamers play this game. That happens across sport, and that has been happening for esports as well, for
Right.
esport titans.
Right.
Right.
So it basically everything like it just comes together and funnels towards the push of this particular industry.
Correct. And there are also a lot of tournaments happening nowadays. In the last, I think, 3 years, the tournament prize pool that has been offered went from somewhere around the thousands of dollars range to 100,000, 250,000, even $1 million prize
Yeah,
pool
I think it was
for
the
one
Fortnite
tournament.
tournament, right?
Correct. It started, I think, 2 years ago with the Fortnite tournament in the SummerSlam, which was hosted by DreamHack. That I think we'll get to that. But
Yeah, can you tell the viewers more about what is DreamHack? Because I personally, I'm a esports enthusiast, so I know what DreamHack is basically.
correct. So DreamHack is an event organizer basically in the esport industry. So you'll have event organizers who will conduct events for particular esport titles. So now when we talk about Fortnite or this particular example, Fortnite is an esport title, or
Right.
we can
Like a
call it
game to
a
in layman
game.
terms, I
Yeah,
believe.
correct. For laymen, it's a game. Right? People who play this game, people who play this title, are interested in competing with each other. The whole point of the game, this particular game, is to be the number one or to be the last survivor. Okay, that's how you win. So people, there's a high skill level, and as you get some more competitive, so you enter these ranked matches, and then you'd like to enter tournaments.
Yeah.
So streamers who are streaming on Twitch, on YouTube, they're earning a little bit of money, but they really want to earn a good amount. for their skill. And
Right.
the only way to recognize that kind of talent is through an event.
Yeah. And one more thing
So
I wanted to add, they've been termed as e-athletes now. So like it's just funny to think about that, how once at a time that playing games was seen as like a time waste. Now, like you have added the word athlete, like in what world like people could have imagined that we'll be calling people who play games athletes, but e-athletes to be honest, but still athletes
uh,
nonetheless.
correct, correct.
Because I
There's
believe
actually
it
a
has the
goal to shape.
component of competitiveness what the traditional sports have, but it's just basically online or digital,
Correct.
I believe.
Yes. So with this e-athlete term, it's a term that even I came across very recently. So it's pretty funny to think about it, and it's also really cool that sportsmen, right? At the very core, esports is a sport. And sportsmen in general, how they train, they've been molded through their life.
Right,
As a child, at the age of maybe 8 or 9, they learn how to play a sport. At the age of 12, they get picked to be part of a team.
right,
At the age of 15, they've started playing as a team and they're practicing to play by the age of 15, 16. They're practicing to play on a state level, on a national level. And that's how the journey of an athlete goes.
right.
They have a coach, they have a system in place, there's a whole funnel. There are different levels of regional tournaments, state
Exactly.
level tournaments, national tournaments, with prize pools, recognition, grants, everything.
Right.
This is correct. So the
Now,
same thing has been, yeah, the same thing has been copied for esports. So a
right.
child who would probably now have a computer to play on would be able to play these esport titles that has grown up watching. He's grown up watching a child, maybe let's say he's 5 or 6 years old, I think.
Yeah.
And he's been introduced to esports. He's passionate about this one game, let's say Fortnite or Counter Strike or League of Legends, and he wants to play the game. The day he gets his hand on a computer, the first thing he's gonna do is try to learn how to play this game and be the best version of himself.
And especially
That's
how
the
accessible these things have become nowadays. Everyone has a computer.
correct. The invention of technology has gone up. Every single year we get such new technology to play with. So the cost of technology has also gone down. It's very
Right.
accessible for people to get their hands on these machines.
Right.
Gaming rental studios, gaming parlors have become a more popular trend.
So basically, they are
So you
shaping the
don't have to
future of
have
future e-athletes
correct. So e-athletes are basically just athletes who are working towards their journey to be the best version, to be an athlete in the esports industry,
in the
to
game.
compete at, let's say, a DreamHack event.
Yeah. Basically, they're just trying to be the best at the game.
Correct. Yes, that is exactly what they are. They're playing the game out of the fun for it. They're
Right.
not playing it for the prize pool.
Right.
And now that the whole industry is shaping towards a more rewarding
But
esports
ultimately, they're
career,
playing for fun. But it also adds up to that they just happen to make money by in the way in the process too. So it's like the most like best career a gamer or a esports enthusiast could think of.
yeah, if you like playing games, if you're interested in that, and you can play decently competitive,
It's
I
like a
think,
dream come true.
yeah, it's a dream come true if you can play competitive.
Yeah. And also, can
The
you
best
shed
thing in the
some
world.
more light on like we just talked about e-athletes? That's just like a teensy bit part of what the whole industry is. So when we talk about the e-sport industry as a whole, so there aren't just e-athletes who just play the game. Like there are tons of people who go into the production, into broadcasting, into commentating, into casting. Like it's like just the e-athletes part is just the tip of the iceberg. So I just want to talk to you more about the third parties, like people who are involved, like people who are
Got you.
behind the screen.
So, yeah, very rightly pointed out, Mohammed. So, e-athletes or people who actually play competitive esports form about zero point 0.1 to 0.5% of the total population involved in the esports industry as a whole.
Right,
So when I say that, I mean that let's say as a Twitch streamer or a professional esports player, when you think of these guys, the top 10, top 100, top 1,000, they're still less than 0.1% of the people who
exactly,
working in esports.
exactly.
So that is because there are a lot of different verticals when you think of any sport. When you think of a particular sport, there'll be, or any sport
People
right now,
managing the event, people hosting the
there'll
event.
be, correct, correct. So there'll be verticals such as operations, there'll be logistics, there'll be human resources to hire
Right,
hire first of all everybody.
right,
There'll be broadcasting, PR, marketing, sponsorship, sales.
right,
There has to be somebody to fund this
right.
whole operation. Then marketing to advertise the whole event,
And about the
right?
thing
To
about the
get people,
marketing, so basically sponsors want to go where there are viewers. So they'll just go anywhere where they'll find you viewers. So like seeing how it has risen, how the viewership has risen, it's like attracting sponsors like anything.
correct, rightly said. Sponsors, they want viewership. The whole uh, motto behind selling sponsorship is increased brand visibility. So
Exactly.
let's say a company like Dream 11 was to sponsor a big $1 million prize pool tournament.
I
Then
think
the
Dream
only thing
11
they
is
would
a
care
good
about,
company. The better example here would be something like Nvidia, a company like
uh,
Logitech, who want to promote their brand.
Logitech.
Yeah,
So let's say Logitech wants to promote their new keyboard and mouse,
yeah,
and they decide to sponsor, let's say, a Counter-Strike tournament,
yeah.
because that is a completely keyboard heavy, a PC gaming tournament, right?
Right. So
Not a
now that you
console.
think about who watches Counter Strike players watch Counter Strike, and to see and what do they need to play the game? They need
The
a
latest
system.
keyboard, the
Yeah,
latest
exactly.
mouse, with the quickest response time,
Right,
and that is what Logitech is selling.
right,
So when they see, and they definitely follow Logitech as well, they follow Counter-Strike. So
right.
this is the kind of crowd that they want to attract. So this kind of organic visibility, if they can get, and they can get these players into the stadium to watch the event, then one, ticket sales go up, right? The event is earning.
Yeah,
Number two, the sponsors that are spending money
yeah.
also get
So
increased
they can
gains.
increase the price pool. They can increase the production quality. So when they increase the production quality, they have to hire more people. So everything just goes hand in hand. Like it goes the full circle.
Correct. So, earlier, I mean, maybe 5 years ago, before esports tournaments became a huge, huge deal, and everybody was just competing to get that $1 million prize pool or something like that. There used to be like $1,000 prize pools, and that used to be the dream. If you got $1,000 playing as an esport athlete, then you've combined your passion and profession together, and
Yeah,
that is it.
yeah,
But this used to happen on a very small scale. So there would be Discord servers, there would be people managing Discord servers and hosting a tournament through maybe a
right.
LAN party. They
The
would
scale
call
has
everybody to a particular.
become very huge now.
It used to be a very, very small activity, a
Yeah,
very budget activity. The sponsor would be limited, visibility would be limited. Maybe local people would know about it. They would come on, and there would be a small marketing campaign done in person. Flyers would be handed out. And now that you think about it, Super Bowl stadiums are packed just
right,
to watch maybe 100 people with computers
right,
just playing the esport
right.
with huge TVs, and everybody's watching them play.
Exactly.
Everybody's just there to be a part of the moment, just to share that one person's victory. And
Yeah.
that's really cool because it went from that one small room where people are looking at five different screens to a whole Super Bowl stadium
A
packed
hundred
looking at
thousand people
100
watching
people
them
playing.
play.
Sorry.
To 100,000 people watching them play.
Correct. And
Not just from
when
their
you think
home, but
about the
actually
growth,
coming there to cheer their teams.
correct. Yeah, that's one other point that we didn't touch upon yet. Teams. So just like another sport where a cricket team is made, there's an esport team that's made. And every team has one, a coach, now a sports psychologist, a marketer,
Wow.
a sales and sponsorship. These are different teams who are supporting the esports team. The esports team will have maybe, depending on the game,
All the
anywhere
sports
between five to
psychologists,
ten
I
people.
just saw it few days ago, and even I was surprised, even after being in the scene for so long, that teams are hiring even sports psychologists. So you can see the level they are willing to go at just to see their team win, because obviously the stakes are really high now.
Correct. Mohammed, I think you're a Counter-Strike player
Yeah,
and you would relate to every single millisecond. You would relate to this,
the
that every
pressure.
single millisecond in the game is very important.
Exactly.
And if you can do anything to make yourself calmer and react even a millisecond or two faster,
Right.
that could be the change between winning the game or losing the game, right?
I think it also ties back to the point that all, like every gamer, they started from their room, and to go out in the arena and represent their team, that's a whole different level in itself, I believe. So to just numb your feeling, just to calm your heart down, I think it's quite difficult.
Yeah, it's pretty huge to play on a stage. When these
Yeah,
athletes play, they play on a podium,
exactly.
showcase themselves in front of a crowd of 100,000 people at times. And that can be very scary because these athletes are usually under 18,
Exactly.
teenagers. They're
Exactly.
still learning, they're studying on the side. So
Yeah.
they need somebody to mold them. They need somebody to guide them on how to present, how to speak, how to calm yourself, what to do in case you get anxious, because mental health is really important. It's still, at the end of the day, children. So
Right.
mental health is something that has to be focused on.
Exactly.
They can't let, yeah, they can't let children be compromised, their mental health. They can't have anxiety issues later because they were exposed to such things as a kid. So that
Yes.
definitely plays a part. They have
Yeah.
dietitians as well, you know. They have
Yes.
dietitians, they have
I know that
personal
for a
trainers
while,
for gymming, weightlifting,
because
and
the
they're
team,
treated
they
like
don't
an
want
athlete.
the health of the players compromised, so they're willing to go to that extent also, like to they want to see the players flourish, they want to see them in their top condition, because mental
Correct. And you know,
health also
yeah,
go hand in hand. Like mental health
you,
and like
you know
physical health.
something,
Yeah.
the players are also insured,
Oh.
not life insurance, wrist insurance. So
Oh,
if a player accidentally breaks his wrist
yeah.
and it's covered, then the insurance company will pay for the damages because that one particular player can't play his best or can't play in a tournament. It's like Cristiano
It's making
Ronaldo's
them
leg.
millions of dollars.
Cristiano Ronaldo's right leg is insured for maybe $300 million or something. And that's crazy to think about, but it's true.
Yeah. Yes, so Yash, to top it all off, many experts suggest that esports as an industry has just started to boom, just started to grow. So, as an esports enthusiast, how do you think we can reap the benefits of this booming industries? Like, I want to be a part of it, and I want to reap the benefits. Not only just reap the benefits, but also I want to contribute towards its growth. So, what would your advice be as a professional in this field?
I would say, like any sport or any industry, if you want to get in and if you want to be a part of the industry, you have to participate in the community.
Okay.
Community has brought community has brought all sport together. The community of esport has grown the sport from one sport, one esport, we've got 10, 20, and every other week we get a new esport. So participating in the community is a major plus. Being on all these channels and talking about the sport, talking about the latest developments in the sport as a game and the business of sport as a
Trying to
business.
market it, basically, that's what you're saying, I believe.
Market would be one thing, and just connecting and networking with all these other players and people who are in the sport. I'm not saying just you and me who play the sport should talk about the sport, but you should talk to
By
people
the
who
way,
are
have you
actually
noticed
connected to
the
the sport. That could
content
be one.
marketing angle of the esports, like how they make content revolving around esports? They involve the players, they involve, when they involve players, so that tunes in the fans of those players. So that's a great way to spin the content off.
Correct. So fan engagement is what you're talking about. That
Yeah,
is a major,
yeah.
that is one of the most,
Fan engagement, but through content.
yeah. I think that's a tricky part for esports, but it could be easier for esports maybe on Instagram or maybe on Twitch. You can have interactive banners for people to just click. There'll be a hyperlink for them to go access the fans promo code or merch or something like that, something cool.
That's what they do.
It
That's
would
what
be
they do.
very interactive.
They also have live booths like at tournaments where they can get their jersey signed, get their mouse pad signed, and everything.
Right. So that's really cool then.
Okay. So that I think ends it. Thank you so much for your time. To you took the time out of your busy schedule just to give it to me, just so you could share some knowledge with me. I'm really grateful for it.
Anytime, Mohammed, I'm happy to be there.
Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you.
I hope our viewers now have a better understanding now that we had a professional to talk about the whole industry. Thank you
Lovely.
so much, brother.
Lovely. Lovely.
Peace.